the Supreme Mythological Emperor defeated all his enemies.
Chapter 6. The Desert Eagle's Power. Is the Earth immortal realm above the Nasun Soul realm? Qin Jun asked inwardly, while his eyes scanned the surroundings, wondering what the legendary Heavenly Hound would look like. Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen watched him nervously, thinking that there must be another enemy approaching. Correct, the system replied in a mechanical voice. Qin Jun couldn't help but feel a hint of arrogance from the system. He continued to ask, "How can I check my own information? And when will the Heavenly Hound arrive?" The Heavenly Hound was too powerful. He couldn't wait to see it. As soon as he finished asking, a holographic screen appeared in front of him. Host, Qin Jun race, human cultivation. 4th level of the Foundation Establishment Realm, 121 for 1000th experience points. Bloodline, none divine ability, none cultivation technique. Chair refining technique common grade summon divine beasts, dodgy, Heavenly Hound. He had experimented with this before, and only he could see this holographic screen. He didn't expect that he would need 4,000 experience points to level up. They stood out clearly. There weren't many golden core realm cultivators in the Kenue Kingdom, and even fewer Foundation Establishment cultivators. They were usually highly sought after by powerful families and factions. As long as the host thinks about it, the information panel will appear. As for the Heavenly Hound, it will appear in front of you within 24 hours. The system's reply calmed Qin Jun down. What was his? Thinking about it, he went over to Xia Hoan's corpse and searched for any valuables. He had heard that cultivators often carried storage rings. Apart from the long sword, Xia Hoan didn't seem to have any other valuable items. "My lord, he has a storage ring," Dodgy reminded him. When Qin Jun heard that, his eyes lit up. A storage ring. He quickly flicked Xia Hoan's hand over and found a jade ring on his middle finger. He immediately took it off. His previous life had been focused on mundane things, and he knew very little about cultivation. He couldn't help but curse himself for being so useless. "Since its owner is dead, my lord can use a drop of blood to claim ownership of the storage ring," Dodgy suggested. She could tell that Qin Jun was a novice cultivator. Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen were speechless. How could he not even know about storage rings? How did he even reach the Foundation Establishment realm? He must have been in seclusion since he was young. Shang Qianchen could only think of that. Otherwise, why would Qin Jun be so rude to her? Usually, when girls saw him, they would be smitten. But Qin Jun was different. Qin Jun raised his right index finger, but hesitated. He had never bitten his finger before. And now that he had reached the 4th level of the Foundation Establishment realm, would he be able to bite it off cleanly? Just then, Dodgy smiled and leaned closer. Biting his index finger, Qin Chan's body trembled. Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen's eyes widened. This scene was too stimulating. Shang Hao felt a surge of jealousy. Damn it, life was so unfair. He was a genius of the Zhuanling sect, and yet he didn't have a beautiful woman like Dodgy by his side. Why was the gap between him and Qin Jun so huge? Seeing Dodgy bite Qin Chan's finger, Shang Hao felt a dark cloud looming over his heart. "Good," Dodgy said slowly as she released Qin Chan's finger. Qin Jun felt a tingling sensation in his finger. He then placed his finger on the storage ring. A storage ring was a ring with an independent space inside, used to store items. Xia Hoan's storage ring had a space of about 20 square meters. After claiming ownership, Qin Jun could store or retrieve items by focusing his mind on the ring. He tried storing and retrieving the desert eagle several times, and soon he became proficient. It was amazing. Qin Jun couldn't help but marvel at the wonders of the cultivation world. Storage rings actually existed. It showed just how imaginative humans could be. Seeing his amazed expression, Shang Qianchen couldn't help but facepalm. Shang Hao twitched at the corner of his mouth. How could someone as talented as him be so surprised by a simple storage ring? "All right, you two can leave," Qin Jun said coldly, ignoring their stares. Dodgy was about to help him clean up when he said, "There's a group of Xia Hoan soldiers coming our way. You two can go fight them." Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen were stunned. Did he really want them to fight those soldiers? Of course, Qin Jun was just joking. He saw those soldiers as nothing more than experience points. Since Xia Hoan had rebelled, his soldiers had been wreaking havoc in the Kenue Kingdom. Even the great General Non Mang had trouble capturing them. Less than a minute later, 20 or 30 soldiers emerged from the forest. They were of varying strengths, from the 2nd to the 6th level of the terrifying realm. They're over there. Wait, look, isn't that the general's body? No way, it is the general. The general is dead. The soldiers panicked and stared at Qin Jun and his group fearfully. Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen looked excited. Now that Xie Hoan was dead, they could easily defeat these soldiers. Just then, Qin Jun took out his Desert Eagle. After reaching the 4th level of the Foundation Establishment realm, his senses had become much sharper. He could clearly see the targets, even from a distance. Bang, 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 ... Bullets flew out of the gun, hitting the soldiers one after another. They had no chance to react. Blood splattered everywhere. Qin Chun's bullets, infused with his Che, were incredibly powerful. Ding! Killing a level 3 Cha-refining realm soldier. Reward: 25 experience points. Ding! Killing a level for Cha-refining realm soldier. Reward: 29 experience points. The system notifications ran continuously in Qin Chun's mind, but he didn't feel any excitement. He calmly continued firing. Chapter 7: Inherited Skills. Run! That kid has a magic weapon. Oh, what kind of magic weapon is this? How can it be so powerful? The remaining soldiers, seeing the terrifying power of the Desert Eagle, scattered in fear. Qin Jun calmly said, "Dodgy, throw them all over here." "As you wish, my lord." Dodgy smiled gently and flew towards the opposite shore of the lake like a fairy. Qin Jun stopped shooting. Soon, Dodgy threw the first soldier over, and while he was still in midair, Qin Jun raised his hand and fired a burst of energy, killing the soldier instantly. His spear technique was still lacking. Qin Jun thought to himself regretfully, if his spear technique was better, he could have killed them with one shot. Fortunately, he had plenty of Che. He could fire hundreds of shots without any problem. One by one, Dodgy threw the soldiers over, and Qin Jun used them as targets to practice his spear technique. In less than a minute, all the soldiers were killed by his energy bullets. Unfortunately, he was still a bit short of experience points to level up. However, he calculated that the amount of experience points needed to level up from the Che refining realm to the Foundation Establishment realm was not too much. It would definitely be a huge number once he reached the Golden Core realm. Qin Jun was still very satisfied with this. Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen were stunned. Although these soldiers were not very strong, they were cultivators after all. Even if the two of them worked together, they couldn't defeat them. But in front of Qin Jun and Dodgy, these soldiers seemed extremely weak. They realized that Dodgy was incredibly powerful, and the magic weapon in Qin Chun's hand must be of a very high level. "Alright, you two can go now." Qin Jun turned to Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen and said with a smile, the silver Desert Eagle in his hand glinting in the moonlight, making them jump. "Can you take us back to the Zhuangling sect?" Shang Qianchen asked coyly. She was really desperate. She had come out to train, thinking that she would be protected by Shang Hao. But she had been captured by Xie Hoan soon after leaving the sect. If it weren't for the timely appearance of Qin Jun and Dodgy, she might have been defiled by Xie Hoan. After escaping from Xie Hoan, she had been chased by his men and had even sprained her ankle. Now, she could only rely on Qin Jun and Dodgy. Shang Hao pouted angrily, but didn't dare to protest. He knew his injuries were serious and he needed time to recover. "Are you dreaming?" Qin Jun rolled his eyes. "Why should he take them back? I'm not your personal taxi. As long as you take us back to the sect, my father will reward you handsomely." Shang Qianchen pleaded, her eyes filled with tears. "It's as if your father is so great." Qin Jun scoffed. Just as he was about to refuse, he heard a system notification. Ding! A side quest has been activated. Escort Shang Qianchen back to the Zhuangling sect. Quest reward: 10,000 experience points. 10,000 experience points. That was a lot of experience points. Qin Jun quickly changed his mind. No problem. Protecting the weak is everyone's duty. Shang Qianchen's eyes widened in surprise. She didn't expect him to agree so easily. Dodgy and Shang Hao were also surprised by Qin Chun's sudden change of attitude. "Really?" Shang Qianchen asked hesitantly, afraid that Qin Jun was joking. "Really?" Qin Jun nodded seriously. At the same time, he asked the system in his mind, "Why did a side quest activate?" The system detected that the target's desire for your help is extremely strong, so it activated a side quest. Additionally, since this is the first time a side quest has been activated by another person, once the host completes the quest, it will trigger a skill inheritance. Skill inheritance. Chin Jun was immediately excited. The system explained, skills are essentially condensed versions of cultivation techniques, magical spells, and divine abilities. The host can randomly draw a skill inheritance. Once drawn, the skill will be directly imprinted into the host's mind, and the host can cultivate it naturally. However, if the skill is too powerful for the host's current cultivation level, it may not be as effective. Chin Jun was overjoyed. Although he had reached the 4th level of the Foundation Establishment realm, his combat skills were very limited, and his cultivation technique was just a basic refining technique. Thanks to the system, he could now learn powerful skills. Dodgy, let's rest here tonight, Chin Jun said. Since Shang Hao and Shang Qianchen were now with them, he couldn't teleport away with Dodgy. All right, Dodgy replied gently. Shang Qianchen quickly said, can I sleep with you tonight? I'm afraid. Chin Jun rolled his eyes. Sure, whatever. After taking a bath in the lake, Chin Jun put on a clean set of clothes and walked towards Shang Qianchen. Seeing his handsome appearance, Shang Qianchen couldn't help but blush. Chapter 8. The terrifying beast tide. With Shang Qianchen and Shang Hao around, Chin Jun couldn't have any fun with Dodgy. That night, Dodgy caught 3 wild rabbits and roasted them. Because he didn't like Shang Hao, Chin Jun didn't share the roasted rabbit with him, which made Shang Hao gnash his teeth in anger. Even though Shang Qianchen offered him some, he refused. After dinner, the 3 of them leaned against a big tree and fell asleep. Dodgy sat in the middle, and Chin Jun and Shang Qianchen leaned on either side of her. Seeing this, Shang Hao couldn't help but grind his teeth in anger. Nothing happened during the night, although they could occasionally hear the roars of wild beasts. But Chin Jun was so tired that he slept soundly. The next morning, Chin Jun felt something tickling his nose and slowly opened his eyes. Shang Qianchen's smiling face was right in front of him. Startled, he sat up abruptly, causing Shang Qianchen to fall to the ground. Hey, what are you doing so early in the morning? Chin Jun scolded her, while patting his chest to calm his racing heart. You dare to scold my junior sister? Shang Hao shouted, and took a step towards Chin Jun, as if he was about to attack. Since Chin Jun had broken through to the 4th level of the Foundation Establishment realm, he was not afraid of Shang Hao. He glared at him and said, if you're not happy, come at me. Shang Hao was so angry, but his body trembled. He just wanted to show off a little, but he didn't expect Chin Jun to be so tough. Although the Foundation Establishment realm and the refining realm were closely related, the difference between them was like day and night. Even if he was at his peak, he was not confident that he could defeat Chin Jun. Fine, I apologize. Why were you sleeping so soundly? Shang Qianchen dusted herself off and stood up. She looked at Chin Jun with displeasure. She had just wanted to tease him, but he had overreacted. Chin Jun glanced around and saw that Dodgy was by the lake, looking at him with a playful smile. He realized that he was the last one to wake up. Seeing the rising sun, he guessed that it was almost 9 o'clock. His face turned red. He coughed and said, let's get going. You're so shameless. Shang Qianchen giggled. Chin Jun thought to himself, do I have to be so straightforward? Shang Hao watched them with a dark expression. Just as they were about to leave, a huge earthquake shook the ground. They turned around and saw a black shadow approaching from the east. Chin Chun's heart sank when he realized it was a horde of beasts. Run, Dodgy shouted, and they quickly started running. Chin Jun and Dodgy, along with Shang Qianchen, ran as fast as they could, but the horde of beasts was quickly gaining on them. Soon, they encountered a group of cultivators who were also fleeing from the beast horde. Run that way, there are people over there, shouted a bearded man. The other cultivators followed him towards Chin Jun and his group. Damn it, a bunch of trash, Shang Hao cursed. At that moment, a huge black dog, running faster than any of the cultivators, appeared. Damn it, how can a dog run so fast? I can't believe I'm being outrun by a dog. Let's just run for our lives, don't worry about it. Chapter 9. The Beast King. Woof, woof, woof. Amidst the panicked cries of the cultivators, the black dog ran faster and faster. Its long tongue lolled out of its mouth, making it look quite comical. Roar, roar, roar. Countless beasts roared, their sounds shaking the sky, making the cultivators' hearts pound. Each of them wished they had grown to more legs. Chin Jun, held by Dodgy, looked at the endless sea of beasts. A thought occurred to him, and he asked the system, "System, will I get experience points for killing these beasts?" "Yes, but you'll get less experience points compared to killing human enemies of the same level." The system replied quickly, making Chin Chun's eyes light up. There were so many beasts here. How many experience points could he get if he killed them all? He turned to Dodgy and asked, "Can you defeat this beast tide?" Dodgy twitched the corner of her mouth and said helplessly, "Young master, this is a beast tide. How can I defeat it alone? Besides, a beast tide of this scale is usually caused by a beast king, and that beast king is probably very powerful." "Beast king?" Chin Jun asked cautiously. "Is the beast king very strong?" "Every beast king has at least the cultivation level of the Nasan soul realm. A beast tide of this scale means that the beast king is probably even stronger." Dodgy's words made Chin Jun break out in a cold sweat. He realized that although Dodgy was also at the Nasan soul realm, she was, after all, a woman, and she would definitely be at a disadvantage in a battle against another powerful cultivator. So, he quickly gave up the idea of defeating the beast tide. "Help! Don't leave me behind!" Shongha's panicked voice came from behind, making Chin Jun sigh. Shang Qianchen turned around and saw Shongha chasing after them, looking very miserable. She couldn't help but feel sorry for him. "Chin Jun, can you please save my senior brother? He's about to be caught by the beast tide," Shang Qianchen asked pitifully. After all, they were fellow disciples, and she didn't want to see her senior brother get killed. Chin Jun pouted and said, "How can I save him? Besides, he could have turned back and avoided the beast tide. He chose to follow us." Shang Qianchen pouted angrily. She wanted to say more, but Chin Jun interrupted her. "I only agreed to take you back, not him." The truth was, he didn't want to get involved with her. Although Shang Qianchen was beautiful, she couldn't compare to Dodgy, and he didn't want to be entangled with her. He would have a harem of 3,000 beauties when he became emperor. Shang Qianchen gritted her teeth in silence. At this moment, she could only pray that her senior brother would catch up. Just then, they heard a loud barking sound from behind. Chin Jun turned around and saw a huge black dog running towards them at an incredible speed. "It's the Heavenly Hound." Chin Chun's eyes widened in surprise. The black dog was much larger than ordinary dogs, but it was still far from the image of a divine beast he had in mind. "Master, don't leave me behind. I'm the Heavenly Hound." The black dog suddenly transmitted a voice into Chin Chun's mind. Chin Chun's eyes widened in disbelief. No way, it was really the Heavenly Hound. Chin Jun couldn't believe it. He had imagined the Heavenly Hound descending from the clouds, but this one looked more like a stray dog. However, he was still very excited. After all, the Heavenly Hound was a powerful being at the Earth Immortal realm. With the Heavenly Hound by his side, he didn't have to worry about the beast tide anymore. So, he quickly said to Dodgy, "Let's go down." "Why?" Dodgy frowned. If they were on the ground, it would be harder to escape if they were surrounded by the beast tide. Shang Qianchen also looked at him in confusion. Chin Jun smiled and said, "Because the beast king is coming." According to Dodgy, the beast king that was causing the beast tide must be very powerful, and he guessed that the beast king was the Heavenly Hound. The Heavenly Hound probably had a skill that allowed it to control other beasts, and that was why it was leading the beast tide. Chapter 10. The Unrevealed Secret. "Hey, Thing, what are you doing here?" A female cultivator stopped and asked. Although she was of ordinary appearance, she was wearing the distinctive yellow robes of the Zhuanling sect, and her cultivation level was at the 8th level of the Cherrefining realm, one level higher than Shang Qianchen. Shang Qianchen's eyes lit up. "Sister Li, I didn't expect to meet you here. There's a beast tide ahead. Oh my god, we're surrounded." The cultivators, who had just passed Chin Chun's group, stopped. They saw another beast tide approaching from the opposite direction. Now, they were trapped with no escape route. For a moment, the cultivators were all despairing. The female cultivator called Sister Li walked up to Shang Qianchen and sighed. "Junior sister, we can't escape. Why did you come here? Why didn't you stay in the sect?" Chin Jun was annoyed by their despair and shouted, "All of you, shut up. You're not dead yet." The Heavenly Hound beside him also raised its head and looked at them with contempt. The cultivators all looked at Chin Jun, dressed in a guard's uniform and with the aura of a cultivator at the Foundation Establishment realm. He appeared very imposing. "Who is this young man? He seems so powerful," one of them whispered. However, with the imminent danger, no one cared about his identity. "Ha ha, the beast tide has surrounded us, and you're saying we can still survive? The heavenly slaughter beast king must have brought so many beasts here. Where is the beast king? I don't see it. I can't believe I'm going to die in this wilderness. I'm not willing." Chin-jun watched the cultivators in despair and couldn't help but sigh. Even the forest was filled with beasts, and there was no escape route except for the sky. Despair spread among the cultivators, and even Shang Qianchen clung to Sister Li's arm, trembling. At that moment, Chin-jun felt a sense of superiority. "Heavenly Hound!" Seeing the approaching beast tide, he shouted. The Heavenly Hound walked confidently towards the front, and with a loud roar, it commanded the beasts to stop. The beasts that were charging towards Chin-jun and his group immediately stopped and knelt down as if paying homage to a king. "No way! That black dog ... is the beast king. I don't believe it. How could a dog be a beast king? I'm so scared. I thought I was going to die." The cultivators were shocked and confused. They couldn't believe that the black dog they had mocked was actually a powerful beast king. Shang Qianchen and Dodgy were also stunned. They had never seen such a thing before. "Master, don't leave me behind. I'm the Heavenly Hound." The Heavenly Hound transmitted a voice into Chin-chun's mind, and Chin-jun was both surprised and excited. Chin-jun turned to Dodgy and said, "Let's go down." "Why?" Dodgy asked, confused. Chin-jun smiled and said, "Because the Beast King is coming." According to Dodgy, the Beast King that was causing the beast tide must be very powerful, and he guessed that the Beast King was the Heavenly Hound. The Heavenly Hound probably had a skill that allowed it to control other beasts, and that was why it was leading the beast tide. Chapter 11. Thandan City. After leaving Chin-jun and his group behind, the beasts quickly dispersed, and the beast tide vanished. "Alright, you guys can go now," Chin-jun said, turning around. He had helped them because they were all humans. "I don't know your name, sir." "My name is Lam Wo-ko. Thank you for saving us," said a handsome young man, bowing to Chin-jun. He was dressed in a blue robe and carried a long sword at his waist. His gentle smile made people feel good about him. "Chin-jun, it was nothing," Chin-jun replied, waving his hand. He didn't hide his identity, but since he was considered a disgrace to the royal family, little was known about him. "Nice to meet you, Mr. Chen. My name is Li Du, from Fan Sun Valley. I'm Wang Go Kang, from the Tu Kwang sect. My name is Miaonet Dao. Thank you for saving us, Mr. Chin." Seeing Lam Wo-ko take the lead in introducing himself, the other cultivators also introduced themselves. They all wanted to befriend Chin-jun. Chin-jun waved his hand and said, "Alright, you can go now." He was not interested in making friends with these Charafining realm cultivators, especially since he had already broken through to the Foundation Establishment realm, and was far more powerful than them. Moreover, he had two powerful beings, Dodgy and the Heavenly Hound, by his side. HMPH, these guys often hunt in my territory. I wish I could eat them all, the Heavenly Hound snorted. Chin-jun just smiled and ignored him. The cultivators left, still in awe of Chin-jun and the Heavenly Hound. Chin-jun, Dodgy, Shang Qianchen, and Shang Hao continued their journey. As they approached the city gate, they were stopped by a guard who demanded a fee. Shang Qianchen paid the fee and they entered the city. As soon as they entered, Chin-jun bumped into a young woman. This encounter signaled the beginning of a new adventure. Chapter 12. Innate Righteousness. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ... The petite figure quickly retreated from Chin-chun's chest, apologizing profusely. Chin-jun took a closer look at her. She was a young girl with a dirty face, dressed in old clothes, and looked about 14 or 15 years old. She looked like a frightened rabbit. "It's all right," Chin-jun replied indifferently, then continued walking with Dodgy and the others. This small incident didn't attract much attention. 5 copper coins to leave the city. A guard stopped a young woman in plain clothes and demanded a fee. The woman's eyes widened in surprise. 5 copper coins. When did Thandan City have such a rule? "I don't know anything about it." "You don't know much. If you don't have the money, get lost. Don't think about leaving the city," the guard shouted angrily, scaring the young woman away. The young woman ran into a small alley and stamped her feet angrily, muttering to herself, The higher-ups are corrupt and the lower-ups are following suit. Damn it, how can I leave ... On the other side, Chin Jun and his group checked into an inn. They had been traveling for a day and decided to rest in Thanden City for a night. Chin Jun couldn't help but marvel at how similar this city was to ancient Chinese cities. Even the people's clothing and language were similar. He wondered if there was any connection between this world and Earth. Dodgy, let's share a room, Chin Jun said confidently. No, Sister Dodgy will stay with me. I'm afraid to sleep alone, Shang Qianchen quickly said, clinging to Dodgy's arm. Chin Jun couldn't help but twitch his lips. Damn it, Chin Jun glanced at Dodgy, who smiled and said, Master, I'll stay with Thing. Dodgy's smile made Chin Jun feel a little embarrassed. Although Dodgy's loyalty was 90%, it didn't mean she would willingly sacrifice herself for him. So, Chin Jun shared a room with the Heavenly Hound. While Dodgy and Shang Qianchen shared another room, Shang Hao had his own room. After dinner, Chin Jun took the Heavenly Hound for a walk around the city. Dodgy and Shang Qianchen were not interested in exploring the city. Sweet fruit candy, the finest silk, come and see. The beauties of the fireworks pavilion are all here tonight. Come and enjoy yourselves. Baked buns, the best baked buns from the north. The city was bustling with activity at night. Chin Jun was amazed by the vibrant atmosphere. He noticed that while cultivation was important in this world, not everyone was a cultivator. Chin Jun couldn't help but wonder what it would be like if everyone in the Kenue Kingdom could cultivate. Perhaps the kingdom would become even more powerful. Heavenly Hound, do you know why there are so many beasts in this area? Chin Jun asked. The Heavenly Hound shook its head. Well, let's keep exploring, Chin Jun said. Suddenly, Chin Jun heard a commotion. He turned around and saw a crowd gathered around a young man. That's too bad. He wanted to become an official, but he offended the Cheng family. Yes, it's true. The common people have a hard time getting ahead. That's Transfer Lei. He's the illegitimate son of the city lord. But the city lord's wife doesn't like him. That's why he's always being bullied by the Cheng family. Chin Jun pushed through the crowd and saw a thin young man lying on the ground. He had been beaten and was covered in bruises. Standing beside him was a handsome young man named Cheng Keat. He was surrounded by two bodyguards. Transfer Lei, aren't you very strong? Why are you lying on the ground like a dead dog? Cheng Keat mocked. Just then, the young girl ran up to them. She was the same girl Chin Jun had bumped into earlier. Cheng Keat, stop bullying my brother. If you don't stop, I'll tell my father, she shouted. Thank you for watching this entire video. If you find it interesting, please like, subscribe, share and watch the next part tomorrow.